up, Devils? Dude, all back bright and early. Although that might be a quickie. We got no questions. I got 4 order questions, and they're not even very good, but they're kind of older. 2 of them from my Matt Barnes from Chaos Inception. Check out my Chaos Inception Zoom. And I think we got a restock on the way of the CDs because, yeah, they were sold out. People are catching on the good stuff. So their new album, their best album, maybe by the time this goes up, maybe the restock will be up. But since those videos went up, we ran out of them. And I didn't confirm it, but I saw Chasey Boy set up a trade with good old Barnes. No relationship to Chris Barnes. So presumably it's for those. I didn't ask. Like, what the hell else is it for? So, yeah, get them questions in because it's slim pickings because this is going to be a quickie unless there's a rant in here. And yeah, if you want that personalized Zoom, your personal Zoom video, that means it's the video for the day, in the description box, just email me or literally just send $100, PayPal to $100 that email, and then email me right then and there. Hey, dog, I PayPal'd you for a Zoom. When can you do it? And we'll set up a time that it meshes with both of us for both of our schedules. But again, dude, I didn't realize I got to have to censor this a little bit. For starters, yeah, so it's a 30-minute Zoom. If it goes over a little, that's fine. But I'm not sitting there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Remind me of the Punisher. Remind me of that the Punisher video. That was today's video. That's why it reminded me of. You guys all saw that one. Hoo-wee! When that was going on, it reminded me of that Simpsons line. Mo Sislak, he's giving out free peanuts, and fucking Homer brings in an elephant. I think you're taking an unfair advantage of my generous offer. So I felt like it was one of those damn deals. So, yeah, no, within reason, I don't care if it goes to 45 minutes, just under an hour, that's fine. But generally speaking, around 30 minutes, whatever. Personalized Zoom, talk whatever you want. But I had a guy hit me up today. I know he's a kid. You have to be a kid. He's like, yeah, I want to do a Zoom, but it'll probably only be 10 minutes because there's going to be no sound. I'm going to advertise my YouTube channel, but just doing like sign language and just to make it all spooky. I'm like, brah, if you're going to do that, I'm not sitting through some weirdo Darth Vader shit. I'm not even, you guys are getting carried away. This is some kiddo crap. Talking to a grown man here. Come here with grown man shit. I was like, if you want to do that, dude, just do the weekly shout-outs to where you talk about your channel. Give me a brief description, not an entire paragraph. So the first, before I get to the questions, every day for 7 days straight, I'll give you the shout-out. Hey, check out Joe Blows from Alabama's YouTube channel. It's about spooky fucking sign language looking like Darth Vader. Link in the description box. Bubbles, check his channel out. Do that. I'm not sitting there with my arms folded and trying not to... I'm not even going to laugh. It's just, I'm not doing that. Or I offered too. I was like, or you could do this, man. I was like, you can record your own video of whatever weirdo-ness you plan on doing. Send it to me. That's your $100 Zoom, and I'll post it on my channel for the video. Granted, have fun watching that, Devils. But, whatever. That's what people want to post. Again, I go where you guys want to go. Because some people are like, man, I can't believe the dog would post this Punisher. I mean, when he paid for it, that's what it is. And again, it goes where you got the topics go where you guys want to go. This channel is not for me. It's for you guys. So it's whatever material you send me, whether it be Zooms, whether it be paid skis, whether it be questions in your orders. I go there. Trust me, if we were just talking about the shit I want to talk about, 95% of you would literally also unsubscribe and never watch me. It'd be shit you don't want to talk about. We're not talking about what I want to talk about. We're talking about what you want to talk about, which makes sense. You're the viewer. It's not for me. So, it's what you send in. So if you don't like the sender's material, then send me shit you do want to see, brah. You're in full control. Anyways, let's knock these out. Matt Barnes order question from a little while ago. He said, Jay, speaking of books on metal, I have an idea for a history of Hell's Headbangers book. Have you seen the Full Moon Productions book? No, I have not. Something along the lines of that, photos of early releases, the original operation. If you didn't ask this, they asked about doing like a discography Hell's book and the story of how 3 brothers made a life of metal. I have a master's degree in history and I could write the text for it, including a history of metal labels in general and placing Hell's in historical context. I gotta be honest with you, man, it seems like just getting layouts for releases around here is like pulling goddamn teeth. So the odds of that happening is slim to freaking none. That's a hell of an ordeal. And, I mean, we do sell books, and some of them sell, like, The King Follies, Stay Ugly sold really well. The compilation of Death books sold really well. When Helmkamp did his book, I don't know what it's about, but we sold them. Though that sold really well. So it's not the question that it wouldn't do well, but it seems like an enormous amount of labor for, let's just say, the markup, the margins, the profit margins were the same as a CD or LP Hell's release. It's like, well, what was the point of that? It was literally 100 times more the labor for the same profits. Again, well, is that everything? We're running a business here, jackasses. Like, what do you think? And not to mention, because it's not even a Pride release like some of the LPs that I set up because it's what I want a personal collection. I don't need a Hell's Headbangers book. I know I have it in my mind, so it's not something I want out for myself. So I don't care. It would be only for the reason of business. I mean, it shouldn't have to explain that, but should probably do to some fucking fucktards that watch. So I highly, highly doubt it. Speaking of layouts and stuff, though, shout out I think you're on the thread, right, Barnes? So I'm talking to Garth. It looks like Hell's Headbangers, most likely, again, assuming I get stuff, is Dog scored it after that Chaos Inception talking about Flesh Tized. Flesh Tized coming out. Mighty fine band, picked by yours truly, real DM from the early 2000s, blows away all these fucking kiddos today. These kiddo bands, kiddos. It's my idea was this, and it should go down like this: 2 LPs. And also them on CD. So the Divide and Conquer EP, a mighty fine EP, a 12-inch of that, but the entire A side, the Divide and Conquer EP. On the B side, it'll fit just snugly the demo. I don't even have the demo. I'll be honest, I had to YouTube that one. Didn't know it. All I have is the Divide and Conquer CD from back in the day, and then the Here Among Thorns full length. So 2 releases, Divide and Conquer and the demo, 2-on-1, CD and LP. And then Here Among Thorns on vinyl, CD/LP. We'd probably press that on CDs. That's been out of press for years. Dude, there's no way. If you say you like Morbid Angel Covenant, let's just say I really like that album. There's no way you're going to think Flesh Tie sucks. At best case scenario, you're going to be like, yeah, this is pretty damn good. That's a worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is like, this is pretty damn good. The most likely scenario, you're like, man, this is fist banging mania. My new favorite band that I never heard. It's not a new band, but it's a new listen to you if you haven't heard it. I'm telling you, dude. Again, old is gold. That's what I'm telling you, man. You don't need these noobs until you hear the classics. You just don't. Sounds dickish. It sounds old manish. You can call it whatever the hell you want. But I'm just saying, I stand by that. Old is gold. There's exceptions to the rule. There's some old shit that is absolute garbage. It's like, no wonder I never heard this. And then there is some newer stuff that is better. There's exceptions. I'm not saying 100% of the time, but vast majority. And Flesh Tized is in that majority. It is better than, put this way, I can't think of a death metal release that came out in the last 10 years. I cannot think of a new death metal album that has come out that is better than those 2 Flesh Tized releases, the EP and the album. Can't think of one. Not saying there's ones I don't like. I cannot think of ones that I like more than those Flesh Tized. Cannot think of it. Never been on vinyl ever. Now the holdup is there's a label that owns Here Among Thorns, and he wants a contract written up, which is fine, but it seems like he also has no files, so it sounds like I'm going to have to scan my CDs, which is annoying as fuck, but we did, which, don't get me wrong, they should be sent to press. The layouts are done. I've mentioned it briefly, tried Scorn for years. Hate Plow, Everybody Dies, and The Only Law of Survival. We're doing those on vinyl for the first time. I heard there's some hoagie doing Everybody Dies on vinyl as well, some other jabroni labels. I love that. Know how you got that, because we paid a licensing fee for the label of both. But those are, saying it right now, Hate Plow, that is some of the greatest grindcore ever. If I was to make a top 10 greatest grindcore albums ever, those Hate Plows are in there. No doubt about it. Right, so we're talking straight grindcore, omitting gore grind, etc. Because in all honesty, dude, I can honestly say, especially Only Law of Survival, I mean, I like both albums very much so, especially the title track, Everybody Dies, great, phenomenal, and Crack Whore, $20 for a rock, before she'll suck a cock. Started when she was 15, now she's 34. How many diseases in this filthy fucking whore? I mean, lines for days. Oh man, it's got some of these cancel culture wimps. It's going to get them huffing and a puffing if they read some of those lyrics, especially on Only Law of Survival. About getting AIDS, not my fault. Chose to be gay. Lines for days. The good shit. Good old Cool Ross on the Only Law of Survival on drums, just pure blasting. Every song 100% memorable. Again, that's why like my preferred style of music is the blasting, nonstop blasting stuff. But you got to have memorable songs. And there's a lot of bands like, for example, Mental Horror from Brazil. They were faster than Christian. But it was like, dude, these songs all blur together. I can't tell any of this shit apart. It's like it blurs together. Literally blurs together. But you put on Christian Apocalyptic Revelations, blast it from beginning to end. All the songs sound different. You can literally identify them. No, they don't, dog. Get your head out of your ass, Bubbles. You telling me Kings of Killing sounds like Apocalyptic Victory, or it sounds like Creation Scores? I mean, you're out of your gore, brah. Get a Q-tip. Go see the ear doctor, homeboy. There's no way you could think that. You're just an idiot. So same with those Hate Plows. Best, I'm telling you, some of the greatest grindcore of all time. Now, granted, I'm slightly like, it's better than any Phobia album. It's better than any Agathocles album. And hell, I'm going to go as far as saying this. It's better than any Napalm Death album. Said it and meant it, brah. Now, don't get me wrong. Scum and all that shit, it's more monumental. Without that, Hate Plow wouldn't exist. Napalm Death is a more important band. I'm not saying that they're not. They're a more influential band, etc., etc. But I'm saying, me personally, you don't need to put your comment in the comment box. You're watching me. I'm not watching you. I didn't ask, what's your opinion? You like Napalm Death more, or do you like Hate Plow? I didn't ask that. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what I like more, because I'm not a poser, and I don't just, gotta say Napalm, because that's what the correct answer is. No, that's what posers fucking do. They just copy and they repeat what the correct quote, big old bunny ears, correct answer is, and not what they truly think, because they're too afraid, too chicken shit to get bashed in the comments. Again, you're following me, not vice versa. Meaning you're listening to my takes, I ain't listening to your takes. And my take is, yes, I like Hate Plow more than any goddamn fucking Napalm Death album. Said it and meant it, brah. And they're coming out for the first time ever on vinyl, on wax. And just for you Quakers that are out of the loop, which quacks me up Marduk style, if you don't know nothing about Hate Plow, if you're deer in headlights, dick in the mouth, you got a dick in the ass too. If you don't know the almighty Plow, no pun intended, it's Phil Fasciana from Malevolent Creation. That was his side band. And one of the newer good bands that because I talk about the newbies, one of the best newer bands in the last 10 years is Kill Division. Kill Division is post Hate Plow. Now, from what I heard of the grapevine is Phil Fasciana talks shit about Kill Division. I didn't hear that. A fan told me at a show. He's like, yeah, Phil talks shit about Kill Division. Says it's not true grindcore. I don't know if that's fact. I don't. Granted, he's entitled to his opinion. I don't really give a shit. But I thought it was good. But Kyle Simmons, or whatever the hell his name is, originally in Sickness, he sings on Malevolent Creation, The Will to Kill. He is the singer for Hate Plow. So I'm telling you, man, if you know greatness, like the manliest of band death metal albums like Malevolent Creation, The Will to Kill, the best album by Malevolent Creation that does not have Brian Huffman. It is not Eternal. It's not In Cold Blood. Get your ears checked. Go see Doc. Get that head examined. Make sure to get an MRI, because if you listen to In Cold Blood or Eternal, if you think those are better than The Will to Kill, you literally have brain damage. There's no way you could possibly think that. The Will to Kill outsacks it all day long, every day. I'm not saying The Will to Kill is the best Malevolent album. The best Malevolent albums are with Brett Hoffman. I'm not saying every Hoffman album beats The Will to Kill either. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying my top 3-4 albums are Hoffman brothers. I mean, not Hoffman. Brett Hoffman albums singing. But I'm saying that the best album without Brett singing is The Will to Kill. And that's the same singer, same exact vocal style as Hate Plow. So it's got him, and then I forget who else. I think it might be one other guy from Malevolent. Don't quote me on that. But the almighty Dave Coolross. And again, my 2 favorite Malevolent Creation albums. What are dogs for 2 favorite Malevolent Creation albums? Envenomed and In Cold Blood. That's them. Who plays drums on them? Brah. Dave Coolross. The Blast of the Machine. Would love an interview with old Coolross. What's he up to these days? Is he alive, dead, or in jail? Or is he too shy to do a Zoom? Turns down free game too, like some of these other guys. He plays drums on the second album because there's a rest in peace. I forget his name. The Hate Plow drummer on Everybody Dies, the debut, he died. So then they brought the old Cool Ross out on the second album. So basically, speaking as the Everybody Dies, it's a little more chunky and a little heavier, I would say. It's got a little more grit, but The Only Law, more precision, pure fucking speed. It even says this, dedicated speed freaks. That's what it says in there. Again, the dog had this shit since he was a kid. Fucking kid. My personal CDs are both signed by Phil Fasciano, the only time I met him. When did you meet Phil, dog? I met him on Malevolent Creation, Will to Kill Tour, whatever year that was. Was that 2001, 2003? I was young as shit. I know that. It seems like 2003. Sounds about like that. But I owned the Hate Plow albums for at least a couple of years at that point because I didn't just go out and get them. And I had Phil sign them. And I talked to him for a little bit. I remember we talked about bands like a Cult of Azazel and shit. Maybe Cult of Azazel guy was there. Something was like that. I don't remember why Cult of Azazel got brought up with Phil Fasciano, but nonetheless, we sat there and chat for a little bit. Not that he remembers my dumbass. Hell, I barely remember our conversation. It was a hell of a lot more meaningful to me than it was to him. So keep an eye out for that because the layouts are done for Hate Plow. And I told Eazy-E to get those to press ASAP. Now, ASAP to me means literally tomorrow. And I said this last week. His ASAP means, I don't even know what the fuck it means. 30 days later, if you're lucky, brah, if you're lucky. So his ASAP, said it last week. I'm recording this on November 13th. So let's say I told him on November 5th, get those in ASAP. Dog's time would be November 6th. It would have been sent to press. So yeah, Eazy-E. Yeah, January 1st, he'll be sending that to press. That sounds about right. So add tech 3 months on for pressing time. So all January, all February, all March. April 1st-ish. You should be seeing some Hate Plow albums out. Both those out on vinyl for the very first time. If it's any later than April 1st, then you really know he's shucking and jiving, which ain't out of the realm of possibility, mind you. Slobbering all over the goddamn place. But I'm just saying, man, you like man grind, you want the real shit. You don't like Hate Plow, I'm telling you. You don't like true, hateful, cancel culture crushing wimp fucking grind. I'm telling you that right now. Not that unmemorable fucking stupid grind where like, yeah, it kind of sounded cool, but I don't remember a goddamn song. No, you're going to be singing along to Hate Plow. Trust me, dog knows. He's been doing it since 15. Just saying. He wasn't sucking dick at 15 either, like the goddamn crack whore. He was singing Hate Plow songs. That's for goddamn sure. Donovan Sagan, question for the dog, YouTube. Obviously, you're familiar with G.G. Allen. I sure am. But what would arguably more extreme? Edward Borsheim of Kettle Cadaver? Who? Also dead now? Or contemporary Schlalek of Call the Paramedics? Who? Or someone like Nicholas Kovarth of Shining? Shining? Is that the dude that was Smooch and Maniac on stage? The Smooch set? That ain't extreme, bro. That's just straight gay. There ain't nothing extreme about that. That's tutu wearing, I take a dick up the ass, fucking just non-hetero, non-rough and tough, non-manly. A man who fucks another man is not a man at all. Well, according to the old Rogers brothers, Nicholas from The Shining, he smooches another man, so surely I'm sure he sucks dick and fucking takes in the ass in the bedroom, which none of my goddamn business. But according to the old goddamn Rogers brothers, that ain't a man, goddammit. So what do you mean? That ain't rough and tough. That ain't the extreme. That's just... Put it to you this way, dude. Dog's a married man to a chick. I don't even... I would, if we were on stage, I want to be smooching on stage. It's like, I don't want to... This is DM. I want to see blood and Satan and fucking death and... I don't want to see smoochy faces. Like, what are you doing? Like, keep that in the private of your home. I'm not saying, like, I'm not a person that's going to kiss my wife in public. I'm not one of those weirdos. But I'm just saying, I'm not on stage, everybody watching in a smooch. I don't even want to see that with a dude and a chick doing it. I damn sure don't want to see two dudes doing it. Holy fuck, ski. Tells me everything I need to know about you, brah. Holy fuck. And that's supposed to be BM? Black metal? Not the kind of BM the dog's in, dude. That's for goddamn sure. And then these fucking goddamn T-boners, they have the audacity to rip on Early Cradle of Filth. That's right, I said them again. I know that ruffles your guys' feathers. COF blows Bukakis The Shining away. Blows them away. Put you this way, brah. I've never seen Dani Filth smooching another dude on stage. Never, not one time. I've never seen it. If there's video evidence, then send it on over. But I've never seen it. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, Dani Filth, man, that dude had to shake the pussy off with a stick. I mean, is there anybody in the metal scene that got more pussy than old Filth? Dude, every chick in the fucking goddamn in the world, in the metal world, the goth world, everything, they all wanted a piece of that Dani cock. There's no way he wasn't getting pussy left and right. Mr. Shinning boys, smooching dudes. Smooching dudes. That ain't BM, bruh. That's some bitch shit. What do you think of those kind of antics on extreme music? Gigi, yeah. All the rest of those fucking fools, never even heard of them. Other than goddamn smooch boy. And that ain't extreme, homeboy. That's just straight up gay. Does the modern womp scene need more of that to pop the vag boys' cherries? What do you mean? Fucking Shining boy that you brought up, he ain't in a vag at all. He'd wanna pop the boys' cherries already, the booty cherries, and I'm sure he's probably done plenty of it. What do you think? What do you think GGL would be doing if he lived today in 2025? He'd be a total druggy fucking goddamn loser, missing all his fucking teeth that I would have no interest in talking to whatsoever, other than a goddamn an interview on the channel if he was up for doing it just for goddamn clout. I mean, I'll admit it. Yeah, I'll do it because it get views, but I mean, wouldn't have it over my house. Put it that way. A lifestyle like that, I don't think that's a cool lifestyle. I don't think Lemmy was cool, smoking meth and drinking whiskey. To me, that's loser shit. I mean, just straight up, I think that's goddamn loser shit. People that I looked up to in the metal scene, more like guys like King Diamond. You know what I mean? That had more good head on their shoulders. They weren't some drunken ass buffoon. And I don't know King personally, but put it this way, just based off his success, based on interviews, based on hearing him talk, King Diamond's a hell of a lot more stand-up of a human being than goddamn G.G. Allen ever was. That's an extremely educated guess, but I'm just saying, I'm willing to bet the goddamn farm on that. And he likes cats, too. I mean, you ever notice in the 90s albums, King Diamond's Merciful Fates, what did King Diamond say in the thanks list? He had 3 people, my family, friends, and cats. That's it. Kept it short and sweet. So King's all around the best, man. They don't call him the goddamn king for nothing. So, yeah, G.G., I wouldn't have that guy over. But a hell of a lot more interesting than Smooch Boy. I wouldn't have Smooch Boy. I wouldn't have Smooch Boy anywhere near me. He'd probably try to grab my goddamn ass. So, yeah, that's what I think about those guys. Most of them never even goddamn heard of. Want that Zoom? $100 and in the description box, how to do it, Bubbles. Personal question. Again, we got 2 left. Good thing I got on that rant. You got a full day's video. Personal question in the description box where to send them. And also, if you put in a Hell's Order, you can put it in the notes section, a question too. Those aren't guaranteed, but if it's a good one and I see it, I'll do it. But if it's, hey, dog, what do you think about Pitchfork, some death metal band from Alabama that I never heard of? I'm not reading it off. I never heard of them. And that's it, because I got nothing to say. I never heard of them. So, not going to go over those. But get a bit, Bubbles.